He's a very busy man, Mike. Okay, we are very busy because we are just 13 days away from falling off that fiscal cliff, and financial analyst Steve Buden is here with our financial focus today. Before we get to the fiscal cliff,
good news.
We have some good news. So
yes.
Bright spot to start
Absolutely.
this.
With what's gone on the last couple of days, let's start with some good news.
Okay,
right?
This home builders. This is good news.
Yes, the home builders came out today and they said they're seeing some improvements in their inventory, getting rid of, they're getting some starts going. So
right.
Good news.
New homes.
New home sales
selling.
are okay.
This is something to the highest level in like 6.5 years. Like a really good deal for new home buyers.
The opinions are still lower than normal, but we're moving forward, which is good.
Also moving forward, the stock market looking up today.
We love this. I mentioned this back in even January. The stock market's had a double-digit return, and I love when this happens when nobody talks about it, because usually when people talk about it, that means it's going to go down.
Sure.
So this has kind of been like a shadow increase. There's been all kinds of craziness this year in the markets. We've talked about it, but at the end of the day, price is truth, and we're seeing the stock market up. So people should be okay when they open their 401k statements.
Hey, that's a little gift, isn't it?
We'll take it.
All right, let's talk about some news from the Fed today that also is some good news.
Yeah. Fed met last week. This is actually interesting. For the first time in their history, they said they're going to peg interest rates to the unemployment rate. So the good news about this is now we have some clarity as to what the Fed will be doing for the next couple of years. They said that they're not going to move interest rates until unemployment goes down to 6.5%. Right now, with unemployment over 7%, it could take a while to get down to that number, but financial advisors like myself, now we have a little bit more of a roadmap as to how we could guide our clients. So the Fed, I think, is doing a decent job in giving us some clarity as to what they're doing.
All right. Talk about not so much of a decent job.
I wonder what you're talking about.
Yeah, right? Okay, so Congress, we've been talking about this forever, has been really going back and forth on this fiscal cliff nightmare.
Yep.
The Republicans came forward today with a perhaps Plan B. White House shot it down immediately. Not going to happen. I mean, TikTok.
Well, you know what this is like? When you go buy a new car and you make an offer on the car and the salesman goes behind the curtain and he presents the offer and then he comes back in writing with another thing.
Right.
This is how negotiations work. At the end of the day, there's going to be a deal. I can't guarantee that it would be by the 31st, but getting back to the stock market's had a pretty good run the last couple of weeks anticipating this deal. So there'll be a deal. This is just the dance. This is, negotiating the price. At the end, they'll flow in some floor mats and everybody will be happy.
Typical political dance.
That's right.
All right.
They have to go back to their constituents and say, hey, I fought for you.
Right.
This is the best I could do.
All right. Well, Steve, thank you for stopping by.
Sure.
Steve's here, of course, every week with your financial focus, and we will be right back.